Okay, so I was just listening to this Rand Paul video and he described it just perfectly. He said they could tax us for not eating broccoli if they wanted to. And I was like, oh my God, that is so perfect because that's what I've been trying to explain about the whole healthcare for all thing. Now, I don't know about other states, but in this state, they already started getting like everybody's records and everything all together by putting like all the hospitals are now Unity Point, all the like doctors' offices, that aren't in the hospital. They're from like Unity Point. Everything is Unity Point. Like psychiatrist's office are Unity Point. OBGYNs are Unity Point. I mean, it's really rare that the government wants to have like a monopoly, it looks like. To me, it looks like they want to have a monopoly on healthcare. They say that they want to lower drug costs so they can get competing or get competition for the prescription drugs or prescription substances. I hate calling them drugs. Anyways, prescription substances. And anyway, so what I'm saying is like, okay, first of all, who's going to pay for all this Medicare? Because first of all, I don't know about you guys, but I looked at like buying health insurance when I was 16 when I had my baby. And I was like, oh my God, like how would I afford insurance if I didn't have a job that had the insurance or if the state didn't pay for it for me? So I think privatized Medicare and privatized healthcare is a good thing. I don't think the government needs to be butting their nose into our healthcare because with everything that they already do, like with the listening in, the targeted individuals, the targeting, how the IRS targeted Tea Party people, how they targeted not just Tea Party people. I mean, that just seems like, well, duh. The Tea Party, Boston Tea Party. But anyways, I don't know. Anyways, but what I'm saying is like they get so much into our lives, and I know that they have chips in us because when I was in jail, the officer, the CO, the correctional officer, the babysitter, the overgrown babysitter woman that babysat us, she was like, she let us listen to her Bluetooth from her phone. So like the radio or the music on her phone, we listened to the Bluetooth speaker while we were walking around in the garage. It's actually like, what do they call it? They call it a gym, but it actually looks like a garage because there's nothing in there except for just stone wall. What do they call that? Cinder block walls, Anyways, so, and then there's like a big thing for the window, like a big huge window thing, like at the upper top half of the thing, and then it would go up if you wanted fresh air or if they would open it for fresh air. But anyways, so that's the garage. But we were walking in there and we were listening to the Bluetooth speaker, and she had it on her belly, and then she'd move it down by her belly button and it would stop. And then she'd take it off of her belly button and it would start working again. And it was a Bluetooth speaker. It was so weird. She's like, look, I have a chip in me. And they said that all the babies that were born after like 2002 or 3 or something have chips in them. That is so crazy. But just imagine, like they could like get a reading out of like your nutrients and stuff of what you're eating, and then like they could tax you for not eating broccoli. And it sounds crazy, right? But think about all the things like the Third Amendment, that we're not supposed to quarter armies when they're not in service or at war. And it's like, well, what is the Third Amendment for? Since the Vietnam War, we've always been at war every single day. Like, what is going on? Like, why don't you just get rid of the Third Amendment? They want to get rid of the First, the Second, the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth. Well, they got to keep the Fifth for themselves, like Clapper and stuff, But anyways, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys got to watch out with all this stuff. Like, it's one thing to be liberal and want to help people, but listen, there's a theory. It's either you can teach someone to fish or you can give them a fish. If you give them a fish, you have to keep giving them fish. If you teach them to fish, then they can learn to fish on their own, and then you can go do your own thing. Yeah, there you go.